Ahora les quiero presentar a una persona que viene de Estados Unidos. Este personaje es el cofundador de espacio.co, un coworking de aquí de Medellín, desde donde se grabó Mejorándole el jueves. Es una persona súper cool. Creo que ya he dicho eso como en 3 personas, pero no importa. Y quiero que le den un fuerte aplauso, primero que todo, Conrad. Y tienen que perdonarlo a él, él tiene un español un poco grave, pero entonces va a darnos la conferencia en inglés y sus diapositivas van a estar en español. Entonces, inicia Conrad.
Gracias. Oh, hi everyone. My name is Conrad Egusa, and I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on creating the best office space. So a little bit about myself. I had founded a angel-backed startup, angel investor-backed startup in Silicon Valley. I'm a mentor at the Founder Institute, and I'd written for a tech website called VentureBeat. It's somewhat similar to a TechCrunch in the US. Let me see. And about 6 months ago, my partner Edinson Arieta and I, we asked ourselves, how can we create the best space for entrepreneurs who are just starting their business? And there were a few factors we considered. And the first, we wanted a very central location. So an office that was very easy to access, very close to the entrepreneurs themselves, that had a lot of activity and a really good meeting spot, and an office that people would be very proud to be a part of. Here's some photos. And the next thing that we wanted was we realized that if an entrepreneur just starting their company, they need a lot of help with marketing. And we want to provide that for free. So as an example, any channels that we had, so whether it was a 1,000+ person email marketing list, whether it was a 5,000 person Facebook page, we'd want to be promoting the companies at our space as much as possible. And we'd want to do this for free because we understood that entrepreneurs who are just starting out need help with this. So our perspective was always, if we were in the shoes of an entrepreneur, just like what would we need most? So another thing was we'd want to be constantly promoting the companies at the space. So whether talking about them to investors or potential partners, or actually even writing about the companies themselves on websites like Posto Social or El Colombiano, we'd want to be promoting the companies again as much as possible. The next thing we really want to provide for any office that an entrepreneur was just looking at is a community for them to be a part of. It's really important that if any entrepreneur was at our space, that they'd feel comfortable asking other entrepreneurs for help in any different area. Here's actually a picture of the company I co-founded, Espacio, and some of the activities that we have and the support that's provided. The other thing that we, even more than just a community of entrepreneurs where they could turn to, we'd want to constantly be bringing in very, very senior entrepreneurs, leaders in the community to come and help, to come and mentor. So as an example, here actually an example of some of the companies at our space. One of the things that was important for Spacio is that we'd have some very strong entrepreneurs. So at the space right now, we have about 5 companies that have raised funding. And it's important because the people that you know now may have success within 6 months. Or they might not, but down the road, they're gonna become leaders in the community. And we wanna have those companies there. As an example, Alex Torrenegra, him and I worked in the same office in New York. This was before I'm not sure how many of you guys know Alex, before he kind of, I think, took off. And we still remain good friends today. So another thing that we wanted, how to create the best space possible. If you guys are just starting out with your new companies, many of you guys want to have access to investors, but it's hard for you to get to know investors. So what we wanted to do was every other week have an investor coming through the space that we created to get to know the entrepreneurs so they become more comfortable with them. So here's an example, NXTP Labs of Argentina and Valen Ventures of Medellin are 2 of the investors who are constantly coming by, visiting, getting to know the entrepreneurs. So just providing access that's hard to receive. In addition to investors, the next slide is going to talk about if you're an entrepreneur and you're just starting off your company, a lot of you guys want to be on El Colombiano, you want to be featured, or the Financial Times, or a lot of these large publications. We wanted these journalists to be visiting the space we created every 2 weeks. And the reason for that is that to give access to for the companies there that they may not normally have. As an example, we had a New York Times journalist and a Financial Times journalist visiting a few months ago. So all those factors were things that we considered when we started the space called Espacio. It's in Parque Lleras. It was opened about 5.5 months ago. And let me see, if you want to find more information, we've been on TechCrunch and Financial Times and El Colombiano. Our website's espacio.co. And thanks so much, everyone.